Title: Whispers in the Attic. Scene 1. The Arrival. INT. Old house. Day. The camera pans across a dilapidated house, with creaky floorboards and windows covered in dust. A heavy rain falls outside. In the hallway, a young woman, Emma, mid-20s, wearing a raincoat, stands holding a suitcase. She takes a deep breath, glancing at an old photograph of the house on the wall. The photo is faded, but the faces of people in it are still visible. The house seems both familiar and unfamiliar to her. Emma whispering to herself. I don't remember this place. But I've been here before. She hesitates for a moment, then walks toward the staircase. Scene 2. The Attic. INT. Attic. Later Emma climbs into the attic, where an eerie silence lingers. The wooden beams creak as she steps cautiously. Cobwebs hang in the corners, and old furniture is scattered about, covered in dust sheets. Her eyes catch something on the floor, a small, forgotten book, its pages yellowed with age. She bends down to pick it up. Emma softly, what is this? The book has no title. As she flips through it, strange symbols and writings appear on each page, none of which makes sense to her. Suddenly, a voice from behind her breaks the silence. Voice low and eerie, you shouldn't have come. Emma jumps, spinning around. No one is there. Her breath quickens. Emma whispering, who's there? A shadow moves across the far wall, but when Emma looks, there's nothing. She quickly glances back at the book, her hands trembling. Scene 3. Unraveling the Past. INT. Living room. Night. Later that evening, Emma sits in front of a fireplace, the book open on her lap. The fire crackles, casting a warm glow around the room, but a cold chill lingers in the air. She stares at the page in confusion. The symbols now seem to glow faintly, and a soft whispering comes from the walls. Emma voice cracking, what do you want from me? The whispers grow louder, unintelligible, but there's a clear sense of urgency in them. Suddenly, a loud knock at the door. Emma jumps up, heart pounding. Scene 4. The Stranger. INT. Front door. Night. Emma cautiously opens the door. Standing there is a man in his late 40s, Mr. Blackwood, drenched from the rain. His face is obscured by shadows, but his piercing eyes glimmer with something unsettling. Mr. Blackwood soft, almost a whisper, I knew you'd come. Emma stammering, who are you? Mr. Blackwood, I've been waiting for you. You need to stop reading that book. He steps closer, and Emma takes an instinctive step back. The air seems to grow colder as his presence fills the doorway. Mr. Blackwood urgently, the house has a history. A history that doesn't let go. The past doesn't stay buried. It whispers. And it won't stop until it gets what it wants. Emma's grip on the book tightens. She's terrified but also intrigued. Emma, what do you mean? Mr. Blackwood, there are secrets hidden here. Secrets that must never be uncovered. You are connected to them, whether you like it or not. Scene 5. The Unseen Truth. INT. Living room. Later that night Emma stares at the book, the whispers now almost deafening. She clutches it tightly, feeling the weight of the house pressing down on her. The symbols in the book begin to move, shifting across the page as if alive. The camera zooms in on her eyes, wide with fear, yet full of curiosity. A flash of images, an old family, a tragedy, a figure in the attic, floods her mind. Voice whispering, clearer now, it's in the blood. Suddenly, the door to the attic bursts open, and a gust of cold wind rushes in, extinguishing the fire in the fireplace. The room goes dark. Emma whispering, I don't understand. What does it want? The whispering intensifies until it is all around her, deafening. The camera zooms out slowly, showing the shadows in the corners of the room growing longer. Voice whispering, one last time, you are the key. Scene 6. The Revelation. INT. Attic. Dawn. Emma, pale and exhausted, stands in front of the attic mirror, staring at her reflection. Her hands are covered in strange symbols, marks that weren't there before. She looks up, her eyes meeting her own reflection, but the reflection smiles back, unnervingly. Behind her, the attic door creaks open on its own, revealing nothing but darkness. The camera zooms in on her trembling hand as it reaches for the mirror, but the reflection pulls back. In that moment, the truth is clear, she has become part of the house, part of the past she was never meant to uncover. Fade out. End.